Hello, this is Teacher Grandma, a teacher for 34 years and a grandmother of two pretty little girls. Today everybody asks, oh Sushant Singh has committed suicide and now everybody's talking about suicide. Yes, we are talking suicide because there are many problems that we face and we don't get an opportunity or an opportune moment to deal or to talk or to discuss the problem. And so this is what I'm going to discuss in today's video. First of all, it's very important for the person who is contemplating, who has been thinking, who has been wanting to commit suicide to know that it is a topic that we are going to discuss. We are interested in finding a solution to the problem. So the first thing, let's discuss who are the people who are more prone. Why are there some who are prone and some who don't think or don't contemplate suicide? Let's understand that. So who are these that contemplate it, that think about it, that want to do it? One is the person who has usually, most cases, people who have depression. And when I say depression meaning a deep sadness. A sadness that they cannot find a way to come out of. A sadness that saps their energy and saps their wanting to live the better life. So people who are deeply sad. People who have this sense of hopelessness. There is no more hope. And the only way I can sort this problem that I am dealing with or that I am facing is to end it by ending my life. This is the thought process. You will notice that people who are suffering from sleep problems, they're not able to sleep because their mind is on this negative, rolling round and round these negative thoughts and feelings, and so sleep doesn't come very easily to them. You will find that when people have made the decision to go through with their thought process of suicide or their suicidal thoughts, a deep calmness comes over them. Why? Because the decision is made. The struggle initially is, should I, shouldn't I, yes, no, yes, no. When the decision is made, they suddenly get a sense of calm. Another thing that you probably would notice is there is a change in their personality, more specifically in their appearance. So they tend not to take care of themselves. I'm not important. I don't need to look good. This thing is going to end and it's going to end soon. I'm going to make sure that it ends soon. And so they lose interest in looking after themselves, their upkeep and their appearance. Sometimes people who are suicidal indulge in reckless behavior. So you'll find them wanting to ride their bike or ride their car in the hope that an accident happens and they don't have to follow through with the thought process of, okay, how do I do it and when do I do it and why do I do it and what causes me to do it. Many times I have noticed that people who suffer the death of a loved one, a spouse, a child, people who go through a breakup, a divorce, people who lose a job, people who are diagnosed with a major illness, people who are struggling with very heavy financial problems. These are triggers that can cause a person to take the step. So these are people that require from you and me understanding and compassion. We require to be available to these people. And now I will tell you, our natural behavior, our natural thought process is when a person complains or a person is on a negative walk, we tend to dismiss them or we tend to not want to walk with them. And here I am to tell you Walk with them, listen to them, because sometimes just one person or 2-3 people that show that they are interested in you will delay or will remove ideas and thoughts of suicide. You will find that people who are planning, the people who are wanting to commit suicide are people who are preparing. So that's why they say suicide note is found. So they have prepared, they have planned it. So they will make their will, they will disperse and dispose of personal belongings, things that they have held very, very close to their heart and very important to them. Now they feel, okay, I'm going to end it. So let me give away my things. I also want to tell you, anybody who threatens suicide, don't let a threat of suicide be dismissed. Any threat, any thought is something that needs to be dealt with. They are trying to tell you, I need some help. And it is up to you to be able to be there, be able to help, or be able to get them some help. So close family members, young people always say, no, how can I tell their mom? Their mom will say, oh, your friend told me that you're planning to commit suicide. But it's better that you tell the mom or you tell the dad, so that their mother and father can, or a family member can get some help for the person that is contemplating these thoughts. Now, who are the people that normally want to commit suicide? What are the things that normally, trends that we normally see? One are teens. Teens deal with risky and erratic behavior. So they are spur of the moment, let's live our life. Those are ones that are likely to commit suicide. Also, young adults who have got struggles, and the elderly, especially if they've lost their spouse. So the sense of I'm alone and let me go to my significant other. Let me end this misery that I'm feeling and let me go. People whose who has friends that have either committed suicide, or family members that have a family history of committing suicide, are more likely to have the thought process. They may not go through with the thought process, but the thought may have just flipped through their mind that is a possibility. I know my mother always said only cowards commit suicide. Today it is not cowards that commit suicide, it's people that are in too much of pain and they only seek their way out. But in my mind, because my mother said this to me, only cowards commit suicide, they don't want to deal with their problems, I have always looked at it as a cowardly act. And so it has not been a thought process in my head, because of the way my mother maybe put it across to me. Maybe I'm not putting it across properly, but one of the things that she said to me. People who are suffering from a terminal illness may contemplate suicide, to end it, to finish it, to quicken it. People who are used to erratic and compulsive behavior may suddenly, there's a trigger that takes place and they follow through with the thought process of committing suicide. Even children or youngsters that are dealing with constant bullying are ones that contemplate suicide. I'm doing my next video in a day or two about what can I do, what is possible for me if I know my friend is, or my sister or my brother or my spouse is thinking of suicide. I want to do that in my next video. So this is Teacher Grandma signing off, saying bye-bye.